All right, so welcome again to MG Sports TV, Military Guna TV. Thank you guys for joining me again. Massive appreciation for those who, let me turn this down a bit, always tuning in, and definitely I'd really appreciate it if you guys smash the like button. So, as you guys already knew, I did a video recently speaking about some players. I did initially said it was 13, but I'm now finding out that it was actually 14. In regards to players who were left at an airport due to delays, but officially they have now arrived on the island. So that is well. So I'm going to go into the article. Maybe there are some names which will be highlighted in the article, and maybe a bit more details on what went wrong. So in the meantime, I would really appreciate it if you guys smash the like button. We're also going to discuss, was this tour a successful one? We're gonna have to discuss that most definitely, and go into the comment section. There's a poll right in the comment section right now. Go over into the poll and also participate in the poll. I would really appreciate it if you do so. Please, people, participate in that poll. I really want to know if it was a successful one. At the end of the show, I will be closing up the poll and announcing the results in that. So, without further ado, people, let me go straight over to the aspects of the article that we want to discuss. So, Nationwide has brought news forward. I'm not sure, but it seems as if there's a lot of people who did not know that this occurred, whereas there was the issue that the players were stuck. Give me a second. Oof. Good. Just wanted to fix that, people. I'm sorry about that. Let me come out. So, as I said, it seems like there's a lot of people who didn't know. Brian Martin, big up, Brian. Massive respect, bro. My honor, respect to see you here. Jabari Mattis said, is Paul House still a national coach? At present moment, no. At present moment, no. And there's a lot to discuss in regards to that. There's a lot to discuss in regards to that. Can you imagine? We have a game at in a couple of weeks, maybe about next 2 weeks. I have a big game. We still don't know who the coach is. In a second, let's take a little note. All right, good. So let me continue, people. Let me go run through the article. So Reggae Boyz back home following Austrian summer trophy, posted by Alex Swaby on just last evening, actually. So the 14 members of the Jamaica national senior men's football delegation who were delayed in Germany on their way from Austria mini tournament overnight in Panama as planned, and are now scheduled to arrive at the Norman Manley International Airport this afternoon at 2 p.m. I think there's a little bit more. The Reggae Boyz lost 3-0 to Morocco before drawing 1-1 with Qatar. Meanwhile, their match against Ghana was cancelled after the African side had challenging securing visa to enter Austria. The Jamaica defender and captain Mariappa says the players improve with each match they played. So there's a little basically a little snippets from what Mariappa said, so I'm going to let you guys listen to it before we do anything else.
It shows that, a bit of composure, there is quality there, and we can hurt teams. So just about building. Now, I'm not going to get too ahead of ourselves, and obviously it's end of the day, it's a draw. We should have kept the clean sheet after, I think, soaking up a lot of pressure as well. But like you said, an improved performance.
All right. Like he said, an improved performance, and they get better with each game that they played. Now, the big question that I want to ask is, it's good that they have sorted out the traveling issues. Actually, I don't think this is anything of a news anymore. Because if there's no Reggae Boyz traveling or participating worldwide, there must be some travel issue. If there's no travel issue, something is wrong. If there's no travel issue, there's a major problem. And I do think how we're going to look at it right now is that if it's smooth sailing, something is wrong. We just have to look at it that way. Because there's no way the Reggae Boyz can travel and there's no hiccups. That is not possible. We must have the hiccups to say, okay, things are going good. So, how it sets right now, things are only going good when we have hiccups. Now, another aspect that I want to touch on is the success of the campaign. Was this campaign a successful one? Did they achieve their main objective in participating in this tour? Go into the comment section, people. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. Do you think that they, John Paul, big up, massive respect. Do you think that they achieve their main objective? Guys, please do smash the like button. We have over 20 persons watching and people barely hitting the like button. Alright, so objective 1 was to get some of the French players the opportunity to get a cap. Capping players. That was one of the objectives. So we could tick that box and said, okay, they solved that that one. Big up on Johnny Brown. I said I accidentally say yes on the poll. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see how the poll look right now. Let's see how the poll look. 9 votes so far. 56% said yes. 44% said no. Most people are saying yes, it was a success. All right, let's see. Another objective is to see some of the young players that we have, some of the young talents that we have locally, and I can say, yes, the coaching staff has seen them at the international stage. So yes, the coaching staff have seen them. Now, the next objective, which I think was one of the main priorities in this, was to allow these players to be seen on an international level. Allow these local players to be seen on an international level. Now, this is where things become kind of dodgy. Another part of it is money. JFF would have gotten their fee to participate. They gotten their participation fee. But so basically 3 boxes were tick. 3 boxes were tick. Getting the players cap, getting the young talents to be played on the international level, getting the participation fee. Now, the 4th one is players being seen by top scouts are being seen on a wider scale. Some of these players being seen on a wider scale. And I, for one, think that there, I think that would be the most important aspect, because the entirety of this would have been getting some of these players the opportunity to be seen by scouts, by other footballing entities right across the world. But if you look at how the tournament panned out, first of all, we did not play the first game. So that's one game that we missed. That's one opportunity that we missed for these players to be seen. That's one. So that game against Ghana was written off. 2, the game against Morocco, we were totally outclassed. So if you're a scout and you are interested, I'm quite sure you would not be interested in any one of Jamaican players. You'd be more so interested in the Moroccan players because of the performance and how the game panned out. Guys, please smash the like button, people. Please, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, literally begging you to smash the like button. So that's 2. And the 3rd game was played behind closed doors. The one game that we can say we're playing against a World Cup team, a World Cup first team And we did not get the opportunity to see these players perform. And that game had actually the better results out of the other game, the other game. Because first thing, you're playing against a World Cup team. Secondly, you got a draw, even in the event that you even score first. Yes, you might soak up a lot of the pressure, but that can show defensive discipline and a lot of different aspects. Now, even a game like that, when we were being pressured and pressurized, tendered like a pressure cooker, in a game like that, you would have shown that some of our defenders would have had strong defensive resilience in that game. So, at least scouts would have had their eyes on some of these defenders. And then now, in the event we scored in a transition, maybe it's the only shot we took, and they would say, okay, that striker is quite lethal. One chance, one opportunity, bang, and he made it count. So there are many, many factors, whereas that game would have been, the better game to be highlighted for the boys. And that was the game in which did not get any air time. Jeff Nicholson said, King Jeff, big up. I mean, the JFF successfully made money, so yeah. Jeff Nicholson, massive respect again. Not fair to the boys, not coach on international level, but have international expectations. So true. I don't think it was international expectation. I do think that it was the participation and also getting the opportunity to be seen on the international level. Johnny said, if the players not get no transfer, then I don't want anyone talking about give local players a chance over the English-based Jamaicans. All right, so there's a lot to say about Intat, right? Because there's many ways to look at it. Many ways to look at it. So, for example, Richard King. Even against experienced defenders, Richard King looks to be the more fitting outlet. Even against. And it doesn't matter who he plays with, he looks good. So, if you're going to say, boy, no local players, that means you're going to say you're going to have to include Richard King. So you can't say no local players at all, and then you said except. No, there shouldn't be no exception in that case then. So what you should say is, until a player can prove themselves, like what Richard King did, we should not be mentioning their name. But guess what now? Funny enough, they won't get the opportunity to prove themselves unless they're given the chance. So it is a thin line, a very, very thin line, and a sensitive one actually. So it's not as easy as said that can be done. It's not that easy. So it's a thin line, and one in which must be balanced and tempered with, definitely. But those are the aspects that I want to cover. Exactly, Daniel. So it's kind of a sensitive one. It's very much a sensitive one. But those are the aspects in which I plan to cover. So let me run through again, people. Let me say that the players who were left in the airport in Germany because of the ticket issues, they have now returned to Jamaica. As of yesterday, I believe, yesterday evening. They have returned to Jamaica yesterday evening. So hopefully everything is well. I hope everything is well. And that's a positive that they are here safe and sound. Secondly, the main issue was the campaign a success. Big up Ian Campbell. So I'm going to end the poll now, people. I'm going to end the poll and read the results. You guys can see the results. So, was the tour a success? 62% said no. 37% said yes. 62%? What? So what 1% there? How would that work out? How would that work out? I probably make you do maths. 62% and 37%. Where's the 1%? What the heck? And blessings, Ian Campbell. People, I'm trying to find the 1%. I don't know what YouTube did. The YouTube, I'm not even sure. But YouTube seems to can't do maths. It seems as if. But anyways, so it looks like I can't trust that poll. But anyways, as it stands, for me, I think it's half and half. I think that the players did get the opportunity. They did get the opportunity to showcase their talent against Morocco. King Job said 1% this undecided or YouTube Nago school. Look at YouTube Nago school. Ian Camp said, how many JPLS players do you think should be in full strength national squad? Based on what we have seen specifically against Morocco, because that is the game that we have seen out of this squad. And listen, let me tell you people, let's be honest. You see, a lot of people are saying that the team played horrible. It wasn't that bad. We played against Morocco. You know what the thing about I realize in football? You're either totally not good or you're totally supreme. There's no balance. We don't try to find the balance. Chris Smith said not even one. I don't agree with that, Chris Smith. I do not agree with that. DJ Will said it was a success because JFF got their money and leave players stranded. Oh, well, according to the JFF standard, that would be success. Guys, keep on smashing the like button, people. We're going up until, I think, half an hour. We're going up until, so we have 14 more minutes to go, people. Half an hour, people. I do apologize. People are always arguing, why do I do my stream so short? I do apologize, people. I really apologize about that. So, in regards to that, if you're going to say, Ian said, Chris Smith, I think Richard King is the future, so he should be in the squad. Thank you. So, Richard King definitely is one of the players that I would say stand out amongst all the other players. 100%. I'm looking at, well, Ventan is not a local player still, but Ventan looked good. He looked good. Fletcher was active. Didn't get much opportunity, but at least he scored in the next game. But he was very, very active against Morocco. No, the game against Morocco, that people said that we can't even make 10-yard pass, 15-yard pass, 5-yard pass. The game against Morocco is, in football, you will meet a team that is just better than you. That is just football. That is more organized, more disciplined, knows to play the ball a lot better than you, more technically, more tactically disciplined. That's just football. So, in football, you can say, boy, our team weren't good enough, but we still play some football. It's just that the team that we played against is far superior to ours. Definitely. Let me drop the number. Ian. Give me a second, Ian. Give me a second. So that I can I'm gonna give you the link to call in. I'll give you the link, Ian, to call in. I'll give you the StreamYard link to call in on, yeah? I'm gonna give you the StreamYard link to call in. So I'm gonna give you the StreamYard. So I just dropped the StreamYard link. So let me set this up a bit. So Ian, jump onto the link so that I can add you. Jump onto the link, Ian. Okay, yes. So just call in, Ian. You can call in then. Morning, Ian Campbell. Morning, sir.
Hello?
Yes, man. Morning. How are you?
Yeah, man. Bless up, man. Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So, as far as I'm concerned, the tour, I don't think it was successful. That's my opinion. Because I don't think enough players took the opportunity to showcase their skill or ability, right? Or luck they have. Yeah. So I think Richard King is the out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right, and he's the one that I think should move forward in the Jamaican squad. Right, because let's be realistic. If you're looking at a Jamaican full strength team to play, say Argentina, there are players that would naturally make the team. We know Ethan Pinnock is injured currently.
Yeah, he's injured.
He's injured currently. But Damian Lowe would make the team, right?
Would you have Richard King over Damian Lowe?
No. No. If you're looking at pecking order, it would be.
You're doing it have experience.
Yeah, no experience. Both experience and pedigree. Pedigree is first because pedigree. Pinnock could be our best defender, pedigree wise.
And you know funny thing about it, based off someone I spoke to who is actually in the squad, and he said out of all defenders that we have, only one defender better than Richard King. And the person would tell me, now I was surprised because the person would tell me, don't even play, he's a player and he don't play in Jamaica. You know, playing in Jamaica, he don't play in the US. He's one of the English-based players. He said that the only player in the squad better than Richard King, Ethan Pinnock. And I was surprised. Never even want to say nothing. I was surprised.
Well, you know something? Talent-wise, I agree. Because I watch Richard King on the ball. One is skillful. He's very skillful.
He could play the CDM, you know. It looks as if he could play CDM.
But right now, I don't think we need him at CDM because by virtue of the previous tournament for the U20s, we have 2 CDM there already. So I don't think we need a CDM.
All right, look on the last game, right? Where we see Mariapa in the Morocco game. Look at Mariapa in the Morocco game. If you should say that you're a scout, right? And if first you're seeing the two defenders, who would you go for?
You'll go for King because of age and potential.
No, you don't. You don't know the age, you don't know the potential, but you're looking at the two defenders in the back line.
I've seen 2 players that military. Naturally, you know the age. Military, so one's much older.
What was that?
I'm saying, see Mariapa and Richard King, you know one is much older.
Alright, yeah, fine. But you're saying, but in regards to key defending, and you're looking for someone who you think you'd want in your team right now, and you saw that game, and I said, okay, I want one of these defenders. At that point in time, based on the performance, who would you choose based on performance?
King, it's a no-brainer. It's a good question. It's a no-brainer. King will be the person that you'll go for. Right? He's younger.
No, man. I'm not talking about... No, what I'm trying to do now, Ian, I want to eliminate all the soft factors. I want to go down to what we saw in the game. What we saw in the Morocco game.
But what I'm saying, military, you can't isolate the 2 games and just say, yes, these are 2 games.
No, man.
And we're selecting obviously these 2 games. We can't do that.
No, no, I'm just using a small scenario based off art. So let me tell you the reason why I said so, right? Let me tell you the reason. This is why I said that. This particular tournament was to feature some of these players to a wider market, right?
Yeah.
Which would have mean that there are agents and scouts at the game. One of these games were heard, and you're a scout. You're a scout, right? And one of these games were heard. The only game was heard was the game against Morocco. And you say that, boy, you want one of these Jamaican defenders. And you are watching the Morocco game. Despite age or all that factors, you will go for the player that played the best. It would have been King. I thought that King would outplayed Mariapa in that Morocco game. The errors that I see Mariapa making, I couldn't believe.
What he did. No, but I'm saying to you that Mariapa is on the wrong side of
age. Agree.
age.
How old is Mariapa?
He's 35, going around 35, something like that.
Oh. Well, most defenders in the older and getting at basically a little bit, but they get slower still.
At some stage, it starts to regress. And
true.
Right now, if you're picking a back 4, if I'm picking a back 4, right now, these are who we have. this is the order I will go with them. Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Joel Latibodier, and Richard King. That's the order I'll go with them.
But that would be for me. That would be the ideal 4.
Yeah, because Latibodier is 22.
So you would left out more.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Chris Smith said, military, I don't believe that Moore is better than King. The man played EPL and Championship England under 21 and started in that team with Hurricane. And you're telling me King is better? So Chris Smith said there's no way King better better than Moore.
No. What I'm saying, no. I'm not saying that King is better than Moore. Moore is better than King. I agree with Moore is better than King.
But ceiling, when it comes to ceiling or potential, who you don't think King has the potential to even fly past Moore?
No. What I'm saying to you is that Moore is better than King.
Yes,
right?
at this moment.
At this moment, Moore is better than King. More experience, a lot of things.
A lot more higher competitive game under his belt.
You are looking though at the next World Cup cycle.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're looking at. So therefore, must be a mixture of youth and experience. Right?
Agree.
So I'm saying, Latibodier, Richard King, they're the future. Right? Ethan Pinnock and Damian Lowe are the other ones that you would look at to say, yes, we're bringing them as well. From a goalkeeping standpoint, Cannabis Clark,
Badley Morgan, Lambideska is class.
No, what I'm saying to you is that in terms of goalkeeping, Cannabis Clark, Blake, and I personally
Faster.
go with what's the name again? No. It's like a game that they played in Catalonia. In Catalonia, I'm forgetting his name right now. What's the goalkeeper from England again? I remember his name right now.
Dylan Barnes?
Barnes.
Dylan Barnes? Oof.
Yeah.
Not for
You
me.
know why Barnes?
Not
You
for.
know why Barnes?
Yeah, why?
You know why Barnes? Again, I'm looking towards the future.
How old is Barnes?
24.
24. Okay. That definitely workable. That sounds better. Me never start saying.
So the reason I'm going with Blake again, the experience, then 2 youth. Right?
Chris Smith said, look, Badley Morgan is a better defender than King. No.
Hold on. I think Luke Badley Morgan is the most talented defender we have.
Yeah, but he's not better than King.
He is.
No, he's not. What not talk about? Oh God, man, no. Yeah, no. I will not agree with that.
He's better than King.
I will not agree. Hey, listen, man. Chris Smith, Luke Badley Morgan at this moment is not as good as Richard King. It's not. I'm not asking you. If you go back and watch the under 20 games, rewatch all the under 20 games, all the under 20 games, and you will realize that in the under 20 games, Romy and Blake perform better in most of those games than Badley Morgan.
No, that's rubbish.
Oh, that's the reason. Listen to what I said. Go and rewatch the games. I'm not speaking of any.
I watched the games. Luke Badley Morgan was our best defender by a country mile. There's no debate about that.
Well, on, you remember which game? You remember the game when in rush out and we can't see the goal? You remember that game?
The man made 1 minute in the entire tournament.
That is what happened now. This is what happened now. You see, when listen to what I'm saying now, please listen to what I'm saying. When tell me how much mistakes he made.
Several.
No, tell me. I can clearly point out one of tell me the mistake, Romy. Tell me, no.
First and foremost, military. I don't want to go on the road.
No, man. You see, that is not. Listen. That is what I'm talking about now. No. You see, we can listen, now, Ian. Please listen. Now. Well, Ian, please listen. Please, Ian, listen, let me give me a second, please. You see, the thing is, some players we can clearly identify when they do something wrong. Some players we can't. Some of the time, most of the time, as fans, we let certain things cloud our judgment. We let a lot of things cloud our judgment. Just as though Chris Smith is saying that Luke Badley Morgan is a better defender than Richard King. And I'm telling Chris Smith, Chris Smith, you have seen Luke Badley Morgan against the younger players, But I'm telling you, I have seen him for myself. Me not talk about watching on TV. It's vastly different. You see, when you watch on TV, you only see when they're in action. You only see when they're in action. Let me tell you something. This is what happened now. For those who don't know and can't see. So in time we are training, and you hear Romy and Blake command the back line. When you hear Romy and Blake command, what you think? Them pull him out of midfield and put him in that defense. Because he's the one who is talking and commanding the entire team. So then pull him from this and put, even though I strongly believe that he's vastly better as a defensive midfielder. They put him at basically right back, which is one of his weakest position. And he played there the entire time.
Alright, so guess what? Sometimes I'm saying to you that that's a coaching problem. Right? And what they did, consistently, in the U20 World Cup, they come down his style, cross the ball over him, right? Because it's height. That's his fault. And they got in the box. And it worked.
But look at this now. Jeff Nicholson said Morgan is really good. Blake doesn't have to talk to Morgan. You see, these are the things that I'm talking about. He's saying things that he feel and believe. And I am saying things that I have seen and know. I'm not talking about believe or what we think. I'm talking about what we have seen.
Because last season, I watched Morgan last season, because when he was being scouted, I watched him last season. Right? The reason he's seen as Chelsea's best young defender, because it's good said.
How much appearances Morgan has for Chelsea's first team?
The first team, none.
None.
He's the youth club.
He's in the under 23, right?
The under 21.
He's in the under 21. Listen to this now. Let me listen to this now. Just listen now, Ian. Listen to Ian. Make up put context to things now.
Information to you before we move on. Because of the World Cup, right? The man he has been loaned out to Stoke City, right? Because they want to get him first in football.
I want to get first in football. Well, which part them loan him to?
Stoke.
No, that's no, right?
No.
Good. But no, listen on it.
The reason he got loaned out was because of his performance in the World Cup.
Because of his performance on the Under 20 World Cup?
Yes.
Alright, so listen to this what I'm saying right now, right? I'm not saying that Luke Badley Morgan is not good. All I'm saying is that Luke Badley Morgan is not better than Richard King. He's not. So all those...
Let me quantify what you're saying. Let me quantify what you're saying. Okay. So I'll agree with you on this point, right? In terms of international exposure, right? I would say Richard King is ahead of Badley Morgan.
It's a base of international exposure?
Based on international exposure and what King has done internationally so far, this is why just now I listed my back four. I did not say Morgan. I said King.
Yeah. So my question to you is: do you believe that Badley Morgan is better than Richard King? That is my question.
From what angle? Explain yourself.
Talent-wise, who can defend, who cannot defend? As simple as that.
Okay. So talent-wise, I think Badley Morgan is a better defender talent-wise.
Who can defend better?
Explain.
Who can defend? Is that they're defenders, right? Who can defend?
Okay.
If you have a back foot, if you have both of them on the bench, right, and you're selecting one, who do you select?
It's difficult to compare them.
Why?
Because right now, King is currently ahead of Morgan because King has been playing against international players. Morgan playing against youth players.
All is Morgan. All is Morgan.
Morgan is he turned 18.
He might turn 19 this year, right?
King is next year 19.
Let me see if we can run a quick check on that. Do a quick check. But what I'm saying is this, right? I see. Oh, let me sell Luke Bagley Morgan. Transfer market. He's turning 19 this year. He's turning 19. He's turning 19 this year.
Oh, what is King?
I'm gonna check. I think Richard King's about 20, 21.
Check it.
Richard King is 20. And he's turning 21 this year.
Okay. So
He's turning 21. So both of them, and I see it. Oh, I'm here now.
No, 2 years age gap.
2 years age gap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Age gap.
Mhm.
Right. So what I'm saying here is that Richard King, right, is more exposed. He has more exposure than Badley Morgan, right?
Richard King is playing against bigger opponent long before Badley Morgan.
I agree. Yes. I agree.
So how you go compare a youth footballer to a man who plays senior football much season now?
What I'm saying to you is that based on what I've seen, talent-wise, I think Badley Morgan is more talented, right? But in terms of current situation, I think King's ahead of him because of his exposure.
Because King has more exposure.
Yeah. You just said it.
All right. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you this.
No, you're big men.
Let me tell you. It doesn't matter what we want to say or how we want to put context to it or how we want to put it direction. At this moment, speaking about right now, Luke Badley Morgan is not as good as Richard King. It doesn't matter what context you want to put it on, he's not as good as Richard King. Not because he plays in the JPL. We have seen him in the JPL. We have seen him in the Caribbean competition. Listen, Ian, Wolano. We have seen him in the JPL. We have seen him in the Caribbean competition. But guess what? We have seen Richard King. We have proven him. We have seen him on the international stage, which Luke Badley Morgan has. I'm hearing. You know, let me finish. Me finish. We have seen Richard King against big men for season back and season now. Even on the international stage, we have never seen Luke Badley Morgan against big men. We have never seen that for us to justify him being better than Richard King. Smart, listen now.
And I just said to you that in terms of that we just said just now, King's ahead.
King is a better defender. No, right, and it's not a matter of just being ahead. He's a better defender right now. Chris Smith said. Chris Smith keep on saying that Morgan is better than King, and you have never seen much of Morgan for him to justify.
No, what I'm saying to you, military. I don't know why you argue because I agree with you.
No, but me have people in the comment section keep on saying Chris Smith has said, boy, I don't see nothing show that King is ready for the big stage. That is saying, you know, see nothing to say King ready for big stage.
But what I'll say to you, because guess what? Chelsea is one of the best football clubs in the world. Would you agree?
Agree.
And Chelsea has one of the best coaches also.
Agree.
Now, if they have Luke Badley Morgan as their premier youth defender, right? It means something because he is just like how back in the days you had Pepe Goodison as a rock of the national team. Luke Badley Morgan is seen as the pillar of Chelsea youth football system.
The under 20. The under 20.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is that if him never good military or special then become black. One is black and one have descent from Jamaica, right? And the only way to start is if he's injured. Right? And him control I am command the back.
Alright, listen. I don't disagree with anything we say in regards to Badley Morgan.
If Chelsea with their caliber coaches have him as special talent, right? But right now, wise and in terms of experience
Mm-hmm.
and who you have played against, if I'm picking a 23-man squad,
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking King up.
All right. Thank you very much for clearing. Thank you very much for clearing that up. Now, let me address. Let me address it.
Hold on, I want to say one more thing. Hold on, I want to say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Bradley Morgan continues on the same part,
Mm-hmm.
right? Bradley Morgan by 2026 will be our best defender.
All right. So the thing. Well, on. The thing is, all right, this is the danger to football. Specifically, we're not speaking about youth football, right? We have seen players on numerous occasions between the age of 17 to 23 excel, who have played exceptional, and then they hit a brick wall, right?
True.
They hit a brick wall.
But military,
Well, I'm not finish it. Yeah, all right.
if the man continues on the same part, I say that.
Agree. I agree. No, for me, I personally think that King needs to leave Jamaica because he won't get any better. Because the level that he's playing right now, for his age at 20 years old, the level that he's playing is phenomenal. Let me tell you that. A lot of people.
My problem is on King. If King doesn't leave Jamaica, and I agree with you.
He's going to hit the brick wall. When I reach 23, I'm going to hit the brick wall.
Yeah, he must have regress.
He will start regress. No, the advantage, the advantage that Morgan has right now is that he's in a particular system which can propel him to growth faster than Richard King. Now, imagine this.
I agree. So my thing is that I would like to appeal to Mr. Speed to at least sell the young man, sell him to even Serbia.
Yeah, to one of those Scandinavian leagues.
Yeah, to try to develop.
Yeah.
Because if I sell him to, say, Scandinavia or say Serbia or somewhere down there, he will develop.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, and then he will progress probably to Belgium, then from there to probably Germany, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you keep him in the JPL.
Mm-hmm.
All he's going to do, reach his ceiling.
And just regress.
Regress.
Because what you think what can happen is that him automatically then become the best defender in a JPL, right? There's no more challenge for him. None of the strikers then can challenge him, because nobody never want to take him on again. So there's no more room for growth.
Exactly.
Yeah, so definitely. No. Yeah, let me speak to something about something, Ian, because he's a man where, like me, we watch football on all different levels, locally, overseas, youth, big man, watch all different football. Look at, I have been to under 10 competition a few days ago. What was it? Tuesday, Sunday, and let me tell you, the amount of talent that I saw at that under 10 competition. People in the comment section don't come at me and say, boy, there's no talent in Jamaica and this and that, and say nobody in Jamaica. This can't love say that. I don't know why I love say that. I don't know where you get that reasoning from. I have seen so much of them, Ian, and I was so impressed. And I'm saying, imagine if Jamaica had some UEFA pro licensed coaches coaching some of these youngsters. Imagine what the end product could potentially be. Just imagine. Imagine a Richard King under a pro level coach, maybe from about 15 years old. What he would be right now. Just imagine.
Because right now, military, right now, for the next workout cycle, again, I use the word if because players can get injured.
Mm-hmm.
This is a recruitment that was done for the last R20 campaign. Many players are setting up themselves for progression. You understand? Because Jamari Clark is now seen as a player to watch this season. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He is somebody that will develop more because he's big, he's strong, and he's somebody who I think will become more potent as he gets older.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he's strong, he's quick for a big man.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, right? And he knows how to get past the defenders, and he was good in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you have him is one. You have Hutchinson's another one. Right?
Which Hutchinson?
Have,
or Omar?
Omar Hutchinson.
I think Omar Hutchinson made a bad move the other day when he went to Chelsea. I think it was a bad move. What are your thoughts on that move from Arsenal to Chelsea?
Well, I think he'll progress in the right. I think he's going to end up probably in the championship alone, right? And then from there,
I think he's linked with QPR, one of those clubs.
Yeah, I think it was Reading.
Reading, yes, I think he's linked with them. All right, so the reason why I think was a bad move, two reasons. First reason is I'm an Arsenal fan, and I never want him to leave Arsenal because I know the quality that he possesses. So I never wanted him to leave Arsenal. But the second reason is this, right? If any one of you guys can identify 4 Chelsea players who came through Chelsea youth system that is playing in the Chelsea first team right now, I can definitely tell you that would be a good spot in your eyes. 4 players. Which team you support, Ian? Chelsea?
Arsenal.
He's an Arsenal fan. Look into the Chelsea team. How many of those players came from the youth system?
I totally agree. That's a no-brainer.
All right, listen to this. Listen to this and now, Ian. Arsenal, if you look at Arsenal first team, most of those players break into the first team at age 17, 18, 19. And guess how they did that? They did that by participating in the Europa League competition. And guess what now? Arsenal will be playing Europa League, and I'm telling you, not the first team. It will be those guys. Omar Hutchinson would have been one of the first players on that team sheet because he was on the senior team bench to the latter stage of last season.
But he actually leave Arsenal though. Did he leave Arsenal?
What was that?
Did he actually leave Arsenal?
Yes, he's now a Chelsea player. Alright, Karim Grant said Reece James, Mason Mount, Chabaloa, Loftus-Cheek. Where's Loftus-Cheek right now? Where's Loftus-Cheek right now? Only 2 players out of that. Callum Hudson-Odoi. What's happening with Callum Hudson-Odoi? There's so how many games Callum played? How much game Callum played? How much game Chabaloa played? Reece James stand out, yes. And the reason why Reece James and Mason Mount and these guys. Mason Mount? No. Mason Mount came from QPR with Lampard. Isn't that so? Did Mason Mount came from QPR with Lampard? Somebody in the comment section, let me know. Did Mason Mount came from QPR?
Military, listen. You know what the advantage that Omar Hutchinson have over those players? Omar Hutchinson is already an international player, right? And I think with the exposure he'll get in national team.
Okay, so they brought OG Anonymous said he brought him to Derby. Jason Guna said Marquinhos Fabio Vieira arrival cost Hutchinson leave. No, Jason Guna, nothing like that. Fabio Vieira is actually a defensive midfielder. Marquinhos is a winger, but not a right winger. Marquinhos is actually a winger / number 8. So it's not him. Omar Hutchinson's spot was booked. Omar Hutchinson would have been Saka right now. If Omar Hutchinson would have still have been Arsenal wouldn't be going for a Pedro Neto or one of these guys. That would be Omar Hutchinson's perfect opportunity to ride into the team. This particular move, it upset me because, let me tell you, first thing about, once you go to Chelsea as a youth player, straight, you're going to go on loan all over the place. Chelsea buy even young players, 21-year-old, 22-year-old, and then send them out on loan. It's going to be strictly loan. That is how Chelsea sort out their books. Just buy players, loan them. When they come back for a particular fee, sell them off to a lower tier club. And that's how they've been doing it for years. That's how Chelsea run their model. When Chelsea want a first team player, they purchase that first team player. They purchase that, and the only reason Mason Mount still in the Chelsea team right now are because Lampard literally stick with him and bring him through. Reece James, because they get the transfer ban. You remember the transfer ban? So they said, okay, we need a right back. This one is in the academy. He's competent enough. Bring him through. Loftus-Cheek, oh come on, you can count the amount of games that Loftus-Cheek play on a Chelsea. Right now, if Loftus-Cheek should go on the transfer market, no one is sad. They're happy that he's leaving because that's money. Because they don't have faith in these players. Anonymous said, but Hutchinson played good in the Premier League too. I saw the other game with him. No. Hutchinson when he was at Arsenal, Premier League 2 games was actually a side, you can call it a side hustle. That was not the first something there. That was not the first criteria. That was not the first criteria. It was a side hustle. Side hustle. He was participating training with the Premier League first team. But as I said, still, you know, Anonymous said because Arsenal squad never good. Well, a squad not good upon the top of the league. LOL. Chris King played the same way for the club and his country. There is no difference how he played. So it says a lot about him. Island Cart, I think you have that is a bias. That is a bias, Island Cart. That is a bias. That definitely is a bias. Karim Grant said, true military, just see a video about starting lineup of Chelsea slowed youngsters and it's a hell of a team. They tell him. Chris Smith said Grant didn't make it at Chelsea. He looks better than every local midfielder. Just MG, you chatting rubbish. Only when injured hit Arsenal was Hutchinson in his first team. And Arteta never gave him a run. What? No, man. So, in the last season when Hutchinson up on the bench, you tell me, say, just because of injury wind up on the bench? Remember that Arteta did plan to send out Hutchinson on loan and said, no, he might keep him. Wrong or right, Ian? You remember that Arteta plan to keep Hutchinson?
Yeah, but I said to you that Omari Hutchinson is a Jamaican international, and by the time with the Gold Cup coming up, Nations League, between those competitions, I think he will land a big club, first team.
No, but the thing,
so, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about
I'm upset because he was at a big club. He was at a big club.
No, I'm not worried about him. I'm not really worried about Omari.
Guys, yeah, I'm not worried about him. He's a talented bloke, and I think that definitely.
But what I'm saying though is that we have some young talents that are well placed because even Platt, he's playing damn good as well now since he got England now. He's playing very good. Kira Anderson is playing good too. You understand? So what I'm saying to you, the youngsters that something they're playing good as well. Lambakis are playing very good.
Yeah. You know, funny thing, I thought that he would be playing first team football because he went to the first team in pre-season. So I thought that he would play first team football. But them send him back to Premier League too.
Listen, and also I've not checked Roberts since season starts. But the young players that we recruited this time around, we have some talented young players. Right?
Island Card said, MG, that is not bias. You are biased for all local players. You always say that they are good, and we saw how they play on TV. They are not good as you say. When you know the thing about it. All right.
Military. You can't have yourself. In my opinion, not as you.
Hold on. No, let me show you something, Ian. Let me show you something, Ian. Hold on. No, sir. Everybody look on the screen, right? Me go show you something. Me go do something and show you. Let me show you how this thing is set up. This is a messed up thing. I did a video, right? One time we get 4. I did a video. This is the video. 90 minutes. This is the title of the video. 90 minutes, 2 shot, 0 on target. We were outclassed. And one people look over to the right hand side to the thumbnail saying not good enough. This video, only 700 somebody watch the video. Only 700 person watch the video. Only 700. Ian, want to tell you, when you're listening now, only 700 person watch the video. And after me make the video, somebody come and say, boy, military, you see man and get beat up. I know you can't say man is no good. Let me tell you something. People see what they want to see. People see what they want to see. People believe what they want to believe. That is how it's set up. When me come and do one video, say, boy, this man no play good, that man no play good, and this and that. Nobody no see it. No one is seeing that. But as soon as me say, this player is a good player, that player is a good player. You know what? You know in time when military say, when local players play, Chris said, military lose credibility. People are watching you hype up some players, and when you see them, they are garbage. Hype up. Oh, you know what? Hear me as a Chris Smith. Fine. If you want me to say lose credibility, that's down to you. If me say one player good, me never say he's next Ronaldo or the next Messi. I've never said that. If me say Nick or Christian is a creative player, I never said Nick or Christian is better than Kevin De Bruyne. I've never said that.
Military. Bear in mind, military. When you say a player is good, persons listening to you will judge him on the international stage.
No, that is.
Remember.
But well.
No, but you have to because alright. So you're picking a national team. International kind of players, right? So if you're saying the player is creative and blah 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 blah, persons will judge that player against other international players.
No, listen to this now. Yeah, listen to this. No, man. No, me tell you, who know misunderstood me. So we're picking a national team, a local-based national team, and I said that Nick Christian is a creative player. In the JPL, he created 15 assists. My comparison is not on the international market. My comparison is because of what we have seen on the JPL. We can't compare somebody who have never played an international market to international players. That makes no sense.
But military, the man gonna play on the international stage.
Yeah, but how you go? All right, so me answer something, Ian. Ian, you have never played on the international stage before. How me can compare you to Kevin De Bruyne?
No, all right. So all right, hold on. What I'm saying is that I'm not saying Kevin De Bruyne. Let's say somebody playing for Damrep or for Haiti, comparing them with. You understand? Who has been on the international circuit, right? And because you have Brazilian players that are playing in the Brazilian league that are very creative, that represent some international players. True?
No, but listen, all right. You know, contextualize. Me not understand your contextualize that.
I'm not sure that you can actually do a comparison.
Eh?
You can. Because all these players, they play in a Premier League.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
So Christian plays the Premier League and say the man in Haiti also in a Premier League playing. And if you're comparing like-for-like positions, you can do a comparison.
Oh!
Huh?
Oh, so that means, so me going to say, Christian registered 15 assists in the JPL last season. Kevin De Bruyne registered. Well, listen. This is what you're saying now.
Alright, so let's say Belgium go and play against Jamaica, which is a possibility.
Good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And De Bruyne and Christian go on the opposing teams.
Mm-hmm.
So in the same positions, worth speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're gonna compare them, right? And they're looking at
You have to compare them per their own league. You can't compare them.
But you put them players up side by side and do a comparison. What I'm saying, military is that military. Sometimes persons will misinterpret what you say, right? Because you don't quantify. Say, you know what? I'm referring to JPL standard. This man is a class act. But if your blank statement says Christian is a class player, right? Full stop. Right? I know other details. Listen,
that is the thing. That is the thing. Ian, I always add the details. But guess what? Now, once it's coming from listen now. This is the thing. Remember, so that they said that I am the consigliere of the JPL. So once me say something, it means that military is comparing that particular JPL player with another player abroad. So if me say, boy, Trayvon Reed is a good ball carrier, good ball handler, he can dribble well. Guess what them are comparing to? Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi pop up in my head. No.
Remember, you were seeing before the stats boss,
Yeah, but stats varies for wherever they are. Just the same. All right, look at this. Let me tell you. Let me show you this now. Let me use a very good example. Proper example I'm going to use now. I'm going to use it on an international level. Statistically, Nicolas Pepe, right? When Nicolas Pepe was down in Lille, creating havoc in the French division. You understand him, right? Problem. The stats were being pulled up. All the stats that were being pulled up were pulled up according to down in the League R. Right? Wrong or right? Now, if they should compare him with a player in the Premier League, so let's gonna compare him with a Mahrez in the Premier League. They're definitely gonna say, okay, Mahrez in the Premier League have been doing it for years, season after season, and vastly consistent. So automatically, Mahrez is better. No, don't take away what this player did in Lille. So he was good in Lille. That don't mean say he's gonna be as good as Mahrez.
Well, military. People sometimes interpret things how they feel like.
No, yeah.
You're in a public space, and persons will take what they want from a statement and run with it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody will pull out
What they want.
what you say, and the man will go with that. So listen, it comes with territory.
Yeah, true.
It comes with territory.
But we can't tap it. We can't tap it. But that's how it goes.
So back to my original point, because when you run, so back to my original point. Right?
Yeah.
So the thing is that, so the question we were on was that in terms of the local based players, the ones that can make a full strength Jamaican team, and right now, in my humble opinion, the only one that I would seriously consider
Richard King.
Richard King.
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
I agree. No, he's the only player that stood out to me. And for the longest while, he's one of the players that said, okay, it looks as if this young kid is ready. When you look at his profile, his age, and all these aspects, he's the only one he can go with. But my fear is that, my fear for Richard King is, if he stick around in the JPL too long, I think he will end up decline and lose his position in the senior team. So definitely, there's an extra step for him.
Because if he doesn't leave the JPL soon, you'll find a kid like Bradley Morgan walking into the team over him eventually. Definitely, 100% agree. Yeah.
100% agree.
Next thing now, so back to your poll question. Your poll question. If you bring a squad of what, 27 players.
27 and he cut to 24, 23. 4 players cut.
Okay, so if you bring a squad of
4
players, right? And say you feature probably 18 or 19 million, and only one of them showcase their true talent or showcase that they have certain amount of ability, right? If you're doing a percentage in terms of player performance,
failure.
You would say that the tournament was a failure.
Big failure.
Was a massive failure, right? So the persons in the comment say the tournament was successful, they should go and rethink what they just said.
No, maybe they're saying it's successful because JFF got their money.
No, man. It's about players. It's players.
Players, yeah.
Players.
Agreed.
Development. We don't build business about JFF and the admin part.
Yeah, I don't know why people take it up on their head, sir.
No, because guess what? They are there until they are voted out. They are still the persons who
run things. Agree.
Until right. So we are focused on the players that are playing for Jamaica. Only one of them out. That was Richard King. So the tournament was a massive failure. Big failure. And then my question is this. I'm still asking this question. If I was a JPL coach, right? Coaching, say, Mull Lions or Harbourview, and I see that the national team select Mr. Merangan over all the coaches in the JPL. A person who is a licensed pro wrestling coach, right? A person whose claim to fame is school level
football.
Amateur football, right? Because as the JPL is semi-professional, school football is amateur, completely amateur, right? And you pick this man over after Arnie Garden's coach Jerome Wade left, right? As assistant coach, you pick this man, Mr. Garden, as the national assistant coach. I'm bitterly disappointed.
So what you say? Even a person like a Ludlow, whereas have the youth experience and also senior experience with the JPL team, and who have also recently won the JPL as well. He would have been, if you're going for a candidate like that, he would have been the more ideal candidate then.
Yeah, because I'm saying to you that let's say you want to give local coaches exposure, right? Somebody who has been, alright, Fuzzy for instance, right? Even though Fuzzy shouldn't have been the senior coach for the U team, he should have been the assistant.
Yeah.
Right? And then somebody with more experience should have been the actual coach.
Actual coach. So basically, you would have a local coach understudy some proper tactics from a experienced senior professional coach.
Exactly, because guess what? You want to build them.
Okay, and then now he would brought that back to the league.
Yes, and then for instance, when Schaefer was here, I don't know the coach that was under him. He's now with Schaefer. So
Miguel Coley.
Exactly. So you want to develop your local coaches that way. You understand? So during that period when you're understudying the pro license coach, you send them on a course to become a personal person themselves. You understand? And then bring back the league. Right? Now, how do we move forward when you're going to take a schoolboy or a schoolgirl coach and put as the assistant coach for a national team, and there are several coaches in JPL that have looked at?
Right?
That's
Yeah.
what we're thinking. Right?
I agree. I agree.
And then you send Fuzzy to the Antwerp to work as head coach, right? And then you put him against the coach from Damrep, who Damrep send them national coach, which is a public persons coach. And guess what? The man will coach him. The man will coach him. The man will coach him wickedly. You understand? He will coach.
No, you could see the level of experience that coach had.
Yeah, the man, he was all coached. You understand? Several games he was all coached, right? And then I think he's stubborn too, because guess what? Leaving out Platt from his team was a big mistake. Right? Because the thing is that you have to do your research as a coach. Your research. The players you have, what do they bring to the plate? Right? It's something that people should understand. In England, a black player starts off behind the lane, You don't find the same lane as a white player. Yeah?
Never know that.
So the white players are ahead of the black player. So when the black players excel and they are seen as wonder kids.
Somebody make a comment. Somebody said you didn't complain when Schaefer's assistant coach was a schoolboy coach. That's Miguel Coley at the point in time.
Well, guess what? I wasn't in Jamaica. I didn't know he didn't have any experience in the JPL. I didn't know that. So my apology, my bad. But my point is that this particular coach is not cutting it. Right? And the way forward is to develop the coaches in tiers. So the JPL coaches are the ones that we must focus on getting them to a level of pro license. Right? Because military, that's how you build football.
True. I agree. I totally agree.
We have to look at the coaches and develop them. Because eventually, somebody like Miguel Coley, yes, fine, he was a schoolboy coach, fine. That was a mistake as well, I agree. Because they could have probably taken up somebody else with experience, and the person would have probably reached further than Fuzzy right now. Further than right now. But my point is that it's a matter of developing our coaches. Right? Military, I think I've said enough. I'm going to run. And
all right.
So, enjoy. Respect.
All right, man, I'll close off now. Massive respect. Thanks for coming in, and you make some very, very valuable points. Really, really appreciate it. Every time. Big up. People, that was Ian Campbell, as you know, very eloquent. Alan Carter, do you think that King can stop Messi? And be honest. What? Alan Carter, what kind of question that? That don't make no sense at all. If me think King can stop Messi, that don't make no sense. There's no defender. There's none. There's no defender in the world for stop Messi. So how King for stop Messi? Why would I make King so special for stop Messi? There's none. You can't stop Messi. There's no, Island card. Me don't know where I try. Where I try though. Where I try to prove. Eh? Are you using worse? You're using worse example too. You use the worst example, Island card. But King can't stop Messi. And Rob Smith said, nobody, there's no stopping Messi. There's no stopping Messi. There's none. Unless you're going to just kick off and put them off the ground. That's if you even can catch him to kick him. Just fan him and put them. And all the man backs him up. The man said Miran doesn't deserve his position. Try and tune into how Jamaica is trying to develop our coaches and support it. Big up the man. Massive respect. I think that is the route that they're trying to go now. I for one think that Mirangard now should definitely move on to one of the Premier League clubs. Not saying that. Let me tell you, this is it, you know, people. You have some coaches just love the passion of coaching schoolboys. That is the truth. There are people who love the passion of coaching schoolboys. I know. I've spoken to coaches, and they said that it's more joy, it's more fun. There's more fun to it, coaching the schoolboy. Yes, it's competitive. It's actually maybe even more demanding than the JPL, because in the JPL, hey, you can just get stuck and go to a different club. But at the schoolboy level, you become basically like a father figure. So you can't really depend on getting. You can't really say, boy, I'm just gonna get stuck and like that. No, you basically leave your kids them, your sons them, by themselves. So it's more fun. And there's a lot more to it than just that. So, not saying that, boy, you shouldn't look on it that way, but definitely. But Miran Garden gets the opportunity. I for one don't mind. I for one don't mind. Until we can see better in many different aspects. That's where now the major issue is going to come in place. At present moment, we don't even have a head coach. So there's no need to worry about Miran Garden, and we don't even have a head coach. Why worry about that? Why worry about that? We need a head coach right now, and we have a match coming up. But anyways, people, everyone do tuned in. Me I go cut down on people. We're gone over 1 hour 15 minutes. We've been here long. We've been talking long. Is long, you know, people. That's a lot of discussion, you know. That is a lot of discussion. 1 hour. Jeez. Lena Kerr said JFF don't have a clue. Burb said, yeah, it's more fun and more money. Hey, people, for those who watch schoolboy football, let me tell you, people, there's a big buzz of positive vibe with schoolboy football. A lot of people, I tell them, man, a big buzz of positive vibe with schoolboy football. It's entertaining, people. It's look. I for one, because I play schoolboy football, I played the Casa Cup 2 seasons with Charlie Mount High. I play under 16 as well with Charlie Mount High. I think 2 seasons with Charlie Mount High. So I have done my fair share of schoolboy football, and I loved it. I really loved it. Professional Pro Club said a big useless buzz. If you think it's useless, I can't beat you on that one. That is your opinion. But let me tell you something. Look at any Premier League game and you will never see the crowd at Premier League game as you see a Rossies, a Lennon, a Rossies, a CC game, or a KC, JC game. You'll not see crowd like that. It doesn't matter which Premier League club I play. You won't see the crowd like that. Yes, a lot of them are school kids, but definitely. So, see I'm saying now? If you say that it's a big useless buzz, would you say the same for champs? Why don't people have the same motions that we should cut out high school champs then? Because, let me tell you something, people. This is a system that we have. Yes, we should do better. Yes, we want to do better. But this is a system that we have. This is what we can do at present moment. And we have to just try and work what we have and see how we can improve on it going forward. That's what we have to do. Professional program, but that was not translating on international level. Why? On international level? Champ deck? Lie you at LMG, JPL have enough crowd? Of course, I'm not going to say JPL don't have enough crowd. JPL have a crowd. But schoolboy football, big man. Remember, say kids what about, you know. When they can see one entire school turnout, you know. You have build like one entire community turnout. People have work to go. people have work to go. People have work to go. And guess how the school kids there now? They're going to spend money there. Professional pro clubs. But the buzz don't translate on international level. Let me tell you something, professional pro clubs. This is what a lot of you guys don't know. Not everything in regards to football in Jamaica is going to be mentioned on the international level. Not because we're in England and they have this, that, and all these type of things, and it's not being mentioned. Oh, you think that some of those schools are not having, don't have school football competition as well? Some of the schools in England, some of the colleges in England, they do have their football competitions. They do have it. But guess what? They also have their the academies, the under 21 and all those things to focus on. Remember now, there's millions of people who play football. Not all of them will be played competitively or at the level that you'll hear about. So professional pro clubs, it's not everything you'll be hearing mentioned on an international level. You won't hear about high school football at international level. High school champs, because the reason why champs, Mr. Champs have so much name to talk about is because some of these same persons who started at champs are now at the big level, and they keep on mentioning it over and over. So that is the reason. That is the reason. Burb said when a school have a man that play Manning Cup 10 years, a joke thing. 10 years. Hey Burb, he's in a. Anyways, people, have to go now. Massive respect, people. Everyone do tuned in. Burb, you close it off, man, with a bad joke. Burb, close it off with a bad joke, people. A bad joke. Wicked, big up. People, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Massive respect. Champ Deck said, do you think Mexico best players, them play school football? Not even USA have school baller hype. USA play college football. Look much college football are going on USA. You just not hear about it because it's the prominent league you'll hear about. You're not hearing about schoolboy football. But in Jamaica, it is Reggae Boyz, schoolboy football, then JPL, then the other leagues then follow. That's just our system. But I'm saying, people, until we fix that system, that's what we have. Professional pro clubs are me wrist of right. No, it's not on the right foot. Alright, professional pro clubs. The big ballers leave the school and go to the academies to continue their development and education. We don't really have that, people. Remember, so we don't have the money. Jamaica don't have the money like that, you know. You figure we're a third world country? What if we don't realize it was a third world country? We're thinking first world, but we're actually third world. And that is the truth. That is the truth. We are thinking first world, but we are actually third world. I am not defending anyone. I'm just looking at the fact. That is the fact. That is the reality. That is the reality. We are a third world country. And our expectations are vastly superior to that. Where did this entitlement came from? I don't know. But guess what, people? I'm going to continue to enjoy the football. Definitely. Big up, people. Massive respect. Hope you guys are doing good. And I'll see you guys again. Until later, people. Look out for more updates. Definitely. Jamaica full of money. Big up, people. Big up.